And here you are, guys. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to the Post Fight Podcast. It's our 10th episode, so every 10 episodes, you guys are going to get a blooper reel from us, which is just basically all the fuck ups and times my brother walked in or my dogs barked or Trayvon's mic was out of sync and I was like, buddy, I can't hear you. And yeah, we're basically this is going to be a quickie, like seriously. We said it last week, but we're going to go over Paul Felder and RDA. We're just going to briefly touch off our H-Town boy Moreno, and then the main event and co-main event of next week's or this Saturday's card. So Trayvon, if you want to start with Felder, RDA.
Okay, so I'm very happy that RDA won. It was a good fight. I'm very happy. The fight was good. So first things first, the fight was really good, really nice fight. Like I said last week, I did not expect for RDA to win, but I did say if RDA comes in here looking kind of similar to his prime self, I think he kind of beats Felder pretty clean, and he did that. Obviously, there's a lot of things like Felder had 5 days to take the fight. Felder wasn't training like for MMA for the longest, things like that. You know what I mean? Basic stuff like that. But I think the dynamic of the fight was pretty much how it's always going to be. Uh, like I was telling Armand and one of our friends, John, like, man, okay, with this RDA, he looks good. I think this RDA could give Islam a very good fight because I still don't know how good Islam is. I think he's highly skilled.
Yeah.
I think he has like a lot of like baseline potential, but like Islam hasn't fought anybody yet. Like it's probably his best win. I'm not looking at his record now, but I think it might be Arman Saryukin. And like he's still like Arman's still a prospect. You know what I mean? Like that's just a win over a good prospect. Like
or Davi Ramos
I like
or
say
something. Davi Ramos.
Yeah, but no, I don't think Davi is like a good MMA win to me. Especially as he outstruck him too mostly. So
yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, man. Already looked really good. He looks really good at 155. I think at 170. I'm still to this day shocked he lost to Chiesa. It's a very, very weird loss. But at 170, he can't press his physical advantages.
Yeah.
You can see like even when he was getting backed up against Felder, he looked. I think RDA is not at his best, but he looked very good. When he's getting backed up, he normally has stuff he does, but he would kind of just sit there against Felder and take shots.
Yeah.
But at least he could run into the clinch for free or shoot a takedown for free and not have to worry about anything on the back end against Felder. At 170, can't really do that. Like he'll run into a brick wall and be like, "Oh damn!"
Especially like against Usman or Covington.
Yeah,
it's trying to shoot hard.
Yeah, it'd be like, it's like, "Oh damn!" Yeah. I can't really do nothing with that. But against Felder, he could push him back, get him against the cage, start working him, use a lot of his physicality at 155. Yeah, man, I love watching RDA, man. Like RDA just, I don't know if I said this last week. I forget, but I was saying this the whole week to my training partners and whatnot. Man, RDA to me has the highest caliber of fighters anybody's ever had in their career. Like he's fought
everyone.
It is insane. There's no MMA fighter who has fought the level of competition RDA has. Like it's
Dustin Poirier, maybe.
Dustin Poirier be pretty close, to be honest with you. But no, RDA it's just yeah. I don't know. Like it's crazy. RDA has fought like everybody. Only person that like to me that he hasn't fought that he like should have or could have fought is McGregor. That's it. Yeah. But no, RDA like it is insane the caliber of competition he's fought. I like
Leon Edwards,
yeah.
Robbie Lawler.
Dude, yes, you can just name names. You'd be like, damn.
Alvarez, Cerrone, Pettis, Benson Henderson, Khabib. Yeah, man, generations of good fighters.
Dude, it is yes, it is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It is like I'm like wow, like it is crazy how the PB's fought.
There's more respect than he gets.
Yes. Okay. No. Okay. So me and my fellow fight friends, the hardcores of the hardcores, the analysts and all that, we always joke that like RD is the real BMF, like by far to me. Sure. Like first of all, if you like, I think Prime already smacks Nate clean. He already beat Nate up. But and then I think yeah, and I think RDA beats Jorge too, just in terms of like the pure fights. But no, just in terms of like RDA will just fight anybody, man. It'd be like, hey man, do you want to fight Chimaev? He'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I'd be like, okay, and that's that. You know what I mean?
Dude, he's always in a fight, whether he's winning or losing. You know what I'm saying?
Like, exactly.
Yeah, he's just there to fight. You know what I mean?
Yes, man, and like RDA is the real the real BMF, even though the belt's corny and all that. RDA is legit. Like, I don't know, I can't say anything good enough about him. And speaking on Paul Felder, always like to see Paul Felder fight. Okay, I forget. I don't know if we talked about the Hooker and Felder fight. I have no idea.
We
But I
haven't.
always say to me, no, yeah, okay, that's fine. But I like Paul Felder as a fighter. He's just a well-rounded guy. Tries hard. Is tough. Always shows that. Paul Felder is always gonna be a guy to bring a really fun fight out of somebody. Even if he gets beat up or gets his ass whooped or something like that, he'll bring a fun fight out of you.
Mhm.
And against most of the guys, he can hang in there with them, bring the fight back to his area, and just do good stuff. I will say, this is minor, but it's a big deal in general for like MMA, man. I have no idea how Paul Felder got a scorecard in that fight. That was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
He
I
won
don't really know.
round. He won round 4.
Maybe, yeah, you say maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe 1 round 4. I mean, if somebody gives it to him, cool with that. But yeah, I have no idea how you give him 3 rounds, but beside the point.
I don't know what you're watching if you thought he won. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure what you saw. Like I
No,
cannot
yeah.
stretch myself. Like you can if you really rewatch Hendricks GSP, you can stretch yourself to see how GSP narrowly
Yes,
won.
yes.
Yeah.
You
But-
can, yeah, you can be like, GSP probably won round 1 because of this, and yeah,
right, like
exactly.
narrowly won and then lost. like if here's 10-8 loss, there's like an asymptote where he's almost never not ever gonna quit. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, like Hendricks was on the cusp of winning at 10-8 twice, and then GSP narrowly won at 10-9 for 3. But not with this fight. I'm like, I don't know what you see. Like to give him a round is a bigger robbery in my opinion than to give GSP that. Like I'm not kidding. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree on that point as well. But no, like I said, Paul Felder's good. He's always like but the thing to me that makes him not elite, obviously his skill set to me just isn't advanced enough. But then also he'll fight the guy's fight. Like he let RDA pressure him, even without a camp, man. Like you should kind of already know that if RDA's pressing you, man, you have to like move her. Like a lot of things he didn't move off the cage for like big portions of time. He himself didn't pressure RDA, even though he found a lot of success there.
Yeah.
Like it just was like weird decision, not weird decision making. He fights like the fight that is given to him,
That's
so he
Felder.
stays in that fight.
That's Felder.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
no, yeah. But no, other than that, man, the fight was really good. I really enjoyed it.
It was fun
to watch. It was fun to watch. Yeah, that's about that for my opinions on the fight.
You hit most of the nails right in the head, so I'm just gonna add a few things in here and there, to the best of my ability. RDA does his best work on the lead foot and his worst work on the back foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's always been like that with RDA. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, he's very competent on the back foot. Like when you watch him against a guy like Usman or Nurmagomedov or even Covington, those were good fights. Well, not with Khabib, but like the other two I mentioned. When I mean good fights, I mean like he did well in those fights. Like even like you pointed this out to me and I rewatched it. He did work against Covington. You know what I'm saying? He landed against Covington. He took Covington down.
Probably beat him. Maybe you could say that. I really like to, Go ahead.
But you know what I'm saying? It's not just that. Like against a guy like Khabib, like you take him down. But I think more than a lot of fighters who've been constantly taken down by Khabib, he got up a lot of times.
Exactly. No, that I'm sorry. You're not. Yes, exactly. Like obviously Khabib wasn't as developed as he is now.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I still think a prime Khabib, like Khabib that fought Gaethje and a Khabib that in a prime RDA, Khabib obviously wins that fight clean. But like he's not. I don't even really think he gets like damage off on RDA like that. You know what I mean? Like
I just think I think he wins the same way, but I don't think he hurts or submits him.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Usman was able to damage RDA because he could strike with him for extended periods and then take him down, then strike with him,
and he has a
tire
physical
him out real hard.
advantage.
Yes, and it took him like 2 or 3 rounds because the first 2 or 3 rounds RDA was in that fight. Usman was winning, but he was very much in the fight, and he had to get wilted down. And then he was taking big shots on the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like Khabib obviously is going to beat RDA every single day of the week, but like it's going to be a close every single day of the week. You know what I mean? It's going to be a hard every single day of the week.
I would call it a competitive.
Yes.
But my point isn't to shoe shine Khabib. What I'm saying is, even when RDA is losing, like it's not that he's drowning in deep water. He's just a few steps behind on the back foot.
Yeah.
With accepting fights like I'm mostly talking about guys who grapple him, who kind of wrestle fuck him. I'm talking, with Tony Ferguson put on a masterclass, in my opinion, against RDA. I mean, he was, that was a really good performance.
Like I'm sorry, not to cut you off, man. Like almost all the RDA fights, even that he loses, man, it's like he's there. Like the Tony Ferguson fight, you're 100% right. Tony Ferguson looked the career best he ever was in that fight.
I agree. Yeah.
And it was still a 48-47. Like to me, like it wasn't too
shabby.
Big of a. Yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't too big of a gap, you know what I mean, in the fight, in my opinion. Like, RDA was in there, took some rounds legit. Covington, very close fight. Usman, he made it tough for the first 2-3 rounds. Like even the fight, let me think of the more fights that he's lost. Like even the fights that he's lost. Leon, he was in the fight the whole time. You know what I mean? He was losing, but he was in the fight the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's another reason why the Chiesa fight is so weird to me, because like Chiesa, he shouldn't be losing to Chiesa. I don't. That's just a terrible performance.
Yeah.
But yes, RDA is in fights the whole time, like fighting, at least showing you what he can do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But no, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure. And then you also have the knockout loss to Eddie Alvarez, but that's just him getting caught. You know what I'm saying? But so regardless of like he's doing his best work on the front foot and good, but not enough to win work on the back foot. So you can see in the fight where Felder is very much like, especially in this fight, from what I noticed, was like excusing the Mimi Kia, the hiya, the shit he would do every time he would punch. I don't know if people even do that, but you know, Felder would punch a lot with his head straight in the air, but it was very much like he was being very reactive. Like you could see RDA, like he wasn't, I mean, he would feint, but it was really like he was throwing out like a double jab or like a non-committal jab, and then kind of showing the left hand, and Felder would throw a hard right straight and then a left hook, like really hard off it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything Felder was throwing was really powerful, and he was being really reactive. And you can see that Felder was, I don't know, I think this is just how he is, because he's always fought like this. He's never really been very defensively savvy. You know, he will get popped on the face really hard and then come back after as hard as he can after that. You know what I'm saying? It's not super intelligent. So really, RDA was just beating him to the punch or getting him to overreact to things and then hitting him on the counter. You know what I mean? There's some good work by Felder. I like the front kicks. You know, Felder, there's things I like. I like the front kicks. I like that he was trying to step. I think at one point he tried to step in. No, that was RDA. Yeah, he was trying to step in with elbows and stuff. The spinning back stuff stopped working early in his career. But like the one thing I will say is when he found success in round, like, okay, for one, Felder, like you said, toughness, he has a lot of heart. Like that motherfucker he comes out. I respect that so much. But in round 4, I scored that one for him. He was
I can see that. Yeah. I can see that.
He was starting to win that because he was leading. You know what I'm saying? He was keeping the center of the cage, but he was really just like throwing right hand leads and then come back with a 1-2. You know what I'm saying? It was like a right lead, jab, and then like a right hook or a right straight. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, you're popping RDA there. And RDA, I think at one point RDA tried to like do a step in knee, and Felder was catching him. So anytime, in my opinion, like 80% of the time, Felder went into lead with like to take the initiative and start the exchanges. He was catching RDA first, and that was sort of the dynamic. Whoever was leading was usually landing the shot, you know, the first shot on the other guy, but RDA was just able to implement his initiative way more often than Felder was, and it helped a lot that he would duck underneath anytime Felder started to get some success and level change. You know what I'm saying? That's RDA's thing. Against Islam, like you mentioned, I don't know, like, if you just look at their skill set, like skill wise, like if I just like take like in the grappling, I honestly think one thing that I'm really impressed by Islam is like when he gets tied up or something like that, he's not only really good at defending grappling exchanges like against Arman Sarukian, who was shooting at him constantly. He's good at turning them into offensive exchanges for him, like hitting a foot sweep or hitting like a hip toss off of them. You know what I'm saying? Like he's actually really good at that. You can even see it in his training footage. But so that's areas where he might give RDA some problems. Like when RDA shot on Habib and like he hit like a large outer reap. I don't know. He hip tossed RDA, but you know, it's really hard to know because I think Islam's actually a very skilled fighter. You know, like on the feet, he's better than Habib on the feet. I think as a wrestler, especially in open space, he's better than Habib. On the ground, I don't think he's nearly as good, or against the cage. But he's very skilled. But like that could just be. Like, I don't know. Like you said, I've never seen him. I don't know yet. It could be like a Kevin Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, yeah, like I told Armand, man. I said, okay, man, he has to pass the Kevin Lee test of like how good you are for me to pick you against the upper echelon of guys. And man, oh man, I don't want to get into Kevin Lee because I want him to succeed so bad. But no, I was like, we don't know how good Islam is yet. Like, is he Kevin Lee or is he not? You know what I mean? There's a certain threshold you have to pass. And Islam, like, obviously looks very promising, but he just hasn't fought anybody, man. You know,
I don't have a whole lot of analysis to give. Like, I have preemptive stuff like, oh, this skill, this particular, you know, set of things that Islam does could match up well or with RDA and or it could be a problem for him. And I could get into that, but like, really, I think it's good. Like, I could be totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know yet. Well, it remains to be seen. Because everyone who trains with Islam has repeatedly said he's better in the gym than he is in his fights. You know what I mean?
That's everybody though.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, yeah,
everybody.
for sure. That's for sure true. But like for some reason, it's a thing that they nail like deeply into everyone's mind. Like he does things that they just, you know what I'm saying? And you do hear that about certain fighters. You know what I mean? I don't know. So we'll see about that. Anyway, now let's move on. I just want to quickly mention Morano, H-Town dude. He trains out in Dallas with Safe Saud. I love that. I love that Fortis MMA crew they got there. I really like Safe Saud's like coaching style, like how he's very honest with his fighters. He's very poised inside the corner. Good work from the veteran, man. I mean, Chris Boxing, I like that his advice was, even though he's in great condition, he understood his athletes like energy systems well enough to know like, hey, like you're in great condition to not put, to sustain a 3-round fight where you're not putting everything on your shots. You know what I'm saying? So you're popping him, you're winning points. He's not going to get finished. He's not tired. That was to me great cornering, telling him that like, hey, Reese McGee, you're winning this fight. You're in round 3, but he's not going anywhere. Like I don't want you throwing everything to these shots. If the finish comes, that's great, but he's not tired. You know what I'm saying? And he's not hurt. Like he's not rocked or wobbled. He's not close to being finished. So don't go out there and blow your wad trying to finish him. That was great. That was great because he was winning. You know what I mean? Morano, not the best wrestler, but absolutely knows when to go for it, and he got all of his takedowns. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see his technique speed. Like if you watch Arman Sarukian change levels for a double leg, like that's like you can tell he's been wrestling his whole life. Whereas Moreno's kind of got like more of like a jiu-jitsu double, where you drop to both knees and grab. But like it was really just a feat of timing. Like knew when to go for it, knew exactly what to do. Reese McGee's mouthpiece fell out and went under the octagon, so they had to go get Jason Herzog's mouthpiece. It was super funny.
That's funny. No, I saw that. Okay, I didn't see the fight, unfortunately. But no, I did see that little clip there, which was kind of funny. But no, yeah, like I say, I'm glad Moreno won. That's a good big dub. Okay, I didn't know he was wrestling Reese McGee. I know Reese McGee was the guy who just fought Chimaev. So like
he went for takedowns and Reese McGee had nothing for him.
No, yes. Okay, so like again, I say this all the time. Please, you guys, I'm gonna segue this into Chimaev real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but just stop on the hype. No. Chimaev is a great talent, but don't like I don't think you should be picking him against Leon right now. That's not a safe bet. We'll get to that when that happens though.
Yeah.
But no, I hear Reese. I don't know much about like Reese McGee, but I hear he's like a super nice guy. So it sucks to see him lose, but it's okay because it's to Alex. No, but Moreno's our guy. He's a nice guy as well. So it's good to see him catch dubs. Again, I didn't watch the fight unfortunately, so I can't really say much about it. But him catching dubs is a good thing.
It's a good thing, man. Congrats. We love you out here in Houston, man. So now we'll move on to next week's card, and also Reese McGee, keep your head up. That guy's gonna be like better as he gets older.
No, isn't he like 6'3" or something, man? Like as I know he fought at like 155 before Reese McGee, or McGee or whatever his name.
McGee, I think was the CK.
Yeah. No, isn't he like 6'3" or something like that? Isn't he tall as hell?
He's a tall guy, and he fights.
Yeah.
He keeps I know he fought and kind of making dumb decisions.
Okay, I didn't see that, but no. Okay, I know because I heard he fought at lightweight before, and I was like, man, I don't know, man. Maybe he should be at 170. But
he's fighting at 170.
No, yeah.
But he'll get better as time. He's a cool guy, fun accent, Northern Ireland. But let's move on. So next week we have Shevchenko and someone
Jennifer Maya.
Yeah. You have anything to say? I mean, here's my.
Okay, no. What you gonna say, Arman? Go ahead.
I have very little. I love Valentina Shevchenko, but I do think she's kind of like the spammy check hook and way above. She's like Anderson Silva in a way. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But she's better.
I know what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to like dump on her too much because I actually am a huge fan of her as a person. But here's my prediction. Lands early. Like a counters coming off a check hook early on causes hesitation for Maya. Either Maya's an idiot, like Beshkohea just runs in and gets like popped over and over again, or Maya hesitates. Eventually, a clinch ensues like it does in all an upper body clinch ensues like it does in all female MMA fights. Valentina hits a cool outside trip, gets stuck in like the lockdown half guard with a really extended base, but puts her left or knee over the forearm of Maya and pounds her with small elbows from that really extended weird half crucifix thing until the referee saves her. That's my prediction.
No, like I've watched a good bit of Jennifer Maya fights, but man, unfortunately, I don't really remember much about her game. I know she's well rounded and okay. No, yeah, I know it sounds really that sounds terrible. I feel bad, but no, I've seen a lot of Jennifer Maya, man, and like she's okay. She's not bad. I mean, but she's not Valentina
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all. I yeah. Okay, like even this fight is just it's just there for Valentina to be honest. In my opinion, it's just there to first so she can like catch another dub.
Most
Uh,
fights.
yes, that's most fights. But okay, at least I know who like Caitlyn Chikagan is, right? And I know she's like the range. She's like the range kicker, kickboxer, Kia girl. At least I know who she is. At
Sure.
least I know who Jessica Ai is. You know what I mean? And okay, and I know who Jennifer Maya is too, but like I don't really know her much as a fighter. Like I don't know what she does really. Like I know she's well rounded. I know she can grapple. I know she can kind of strike a little bit, but like I
Mm.
don't know what she does. Like at least I know like Jessica Ai tries to be a pocket boxer, tries to jab at people and tries to close distance. And I know Chikagan tries to keep range, kick at you. I know at least I know Jessica Andrade is a swarmer. But like Jennifer Maya, again, I feel bad because I've watched a lot of her fights. I know I have. I've seen a lot of her fights. I just have no idea what she does. Uh, nothing sticks out. You know what I mean? Nothing that I can say like, oh, this is your game. So Valentina, I'm gonna go really slow decision. So that way, if the decision doesn't happen, uh, that if the decision, I mean, if something crazy happens, that's good. All right, you good, Armand?
I'm dying a slow death talking about this one.
Okay, then that's it. We're good for that. I don't have much to
I'm a
say
big
other than that.
Valentina fan, but the only exciting fights she's been in is when she head kicked the life out of Jessica Ai and the 2 wins she got over Amanda Nunes. And I'm just being cheeky.
No, I must say those fights are not that good either, especially the second one.
Yeah, but I just the finish over. Nah, man, her fight with Holly Holm was fun. She did well.
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. And Chikagan fight wasn't bad either.
Dude,
Liz
she's
Carmouche fight. The Liz Carmouche fight was probably the worst fight. Not the worst, but top 5 worst fight I've ever seen in my life. Like, do you remember that one?
unfortunately I remember almost killing myself. It was
No,
so
yeah.
boring. This Camus just literally just like tap danced around the outside and Valentina just looked at her. It was
Yeah.
honestly just as bad as Yoel Adesanya, but people's expectations were not as high, so they didn't get as bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, like to me, in my opinion, like we need to fill a little bit of time because Valentina, this fight is just nothing. To me, no, you know what? We should talk about that later. That'd be another episode. But no, I'll say probably the worst fight to me. I always really disliked Woodley and Thompson too. I don't. That just really irritated me like crazy.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah. But no, okay, yeah. So on to the next fight, the main event. Figueiredo, Dave's son, Figueiredo versus Alex Perez. Unfortunately, again, man, with Alex Perez, I know him a bit better than Maya, but I've watched Alex Perez's fights, but I kind of don't know his game now that I think about it. But I do know he's well rounded. I know he can counter really well. He hits hard. He hits real hard for a flyweight. Uh, he can wrestle really well. He can he's just a really good rounded fighter. He's gonna make Davison work. It's gonna be to me this is gonna be a really like fun fight to watch. It's gonna be a really entertaining fight. But I just do not trust him to not get absolutely nuked at one point against Figueiredo. Uh, I think Figueiredo is just kind of especially better than him, and like in the exchanges that Perez wants to fight. Because Perez, like I said, Perez will create stuff to happen, and he's good at them. But I think Davidson's just gonna be there for him to smack, in my opinion.
You know, I'm with you there. I think where it could be interesting and scrambly and fun, like just as a spectator, is if it ends up on the ground because both of them are really good jiu-jitsu guys.
No, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Moreno comes, not Moreno. I'm sorry, Perez shows up and just like puts on like a Volkanovski versus Aldo game like performance. I don't know why they just
No, okay, no, like Perez isn't the type of guy to like. He's aggressive. You know what I mean? He'll create exchanges.
right.
And he's not the type of guy to sit back. And even if he were, like Figueiredo he himself will create exchanges on his own terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if nothing's happening. He'll be like, I'm gonna run you down. Then what you gonna do about it? So I have pretty high confidence that this fight is gonna be like. I think it's gonna be nice to watch, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's gonna be very fun to watch. I got Figueiredo second round KO. It's gonna be a real good first 2 rounds. Perez is gonna make it tough for Figueiredo, in my opinion. He's gonna make it actually really tough. Perez is a good well-rounded fighter. He can do a little bit of everything. Again, I don't have the greatest read on his game, but I know Perez is very competent. As as are all flyweights. All the flyweights are great. Uh, it's gonna be a fun fight. I will say, yeah, I will say, like I did kind of want to see Cody against Figueiredo because at least I know those two guys better.
Same,
Their known
yeah.
qualities. And okay, if Cody were to get KO'd, it'd be kind of funny. So yeah,
That would be great.
that's that.
I don't like him
Mhm.
as a human, or not a human, as like a personality. I don't know who he is as a human, but you know what I mean. Like he gets on my nerves. So it would have been fun.
You no, you know I'm Mr. Nice Guy Mac. Okay, yeah, Cody. I'm not sure he's the the sharpest tool in the shed or whatnot,
I
but
knew that was
like
coming.
he seems like he seems like he'll try to be nice to you. So that's that.
You know, my funniest thing is when he's like the look on his face when he looked over at TJ Dillashaw. He goes, "You're the one who showed everyone at Team Alpha Male how to use steroids," and he goes, "I got him." I'm like, so what you just did was incriminated not only TJ but you and everyone in your gym. He's like, "I got him. We got him." Oh,
And
we're
I
doing
know.
it now.
Yeah, that was just bad, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Like,
that was just bad. And then too, okay, I guess we're segueing into Cody slander right now, which is funny. But whenever he was arguing with Dominic Cruz in like that interview, like during the fights, and he was just
repeating everything he said.
yes, and it was like, dude, stop. You're like, um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was bad too. But no, okay, you know what I mean. It's easy to hate on Cody. I'm not gonna be mean to him,
I don't give a
even though
shit.
we just were mean to him. He seems like he would be really nice to you if you met him in person. Like he was really nice to that kid with cancer. So at least at the very least,
Dude, I don't
we
think he's
have
a
to
bad person. I think he's stupid. There's a difference between being bright and being good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, like, you know, and to his credit, he put on one of the most masterful performances against Dominic Cruz that I've ever seen after looking like one of the dumbest people in the world in every interview he ever had with him. You know what I'm saying? And you look like Pee Wee Herman with that tie, and he goes, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so dumb. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a lot to add to the Figueiredo thing. I like Figueiredo. I was so happy. I know you and your boys are like for some reason you just like suck the toes of the little dude who got fucking KO'd. Benavidez, y'all really like Joey B for some reason like that.
No, Joe B just a good ass fighter, man.
Dude,
like
he gets on my
prime,
nerves. Like he's one of those fuckers that like leads with his head, has bad footwork. Understands fighting well, but doesn't like have like he understands. Like I know what you're saying. Like he understands the dynamic of fights, but he never like put like the technical nuances together in order to like complete.
people will suck the toes off of Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is damn near the same person. But people are like, Dominic Cruz, masterful footwork. Dominic Cruz is so cool and awesome. Like Joe B got, to me, they're damn near the same, like not the same fighter, but you know the same like level of like skill. You know what I mean? They're both high quality
Cruz,
people.
Like, win a 5-0 against Joseph Benavidez.
Okay, one of the other fights, Joseph Benavidez was right there with him as a smaller guy, as a flyweight.
That's true.
Okay, they had 2 fights. I think that was a championship fight. I think that one was a 5-round fight. Like, and Joe B's a smaller guy, and they're both not in their prime. You know what I mean? So like, people be coming at Joe B neck. Like, when Cruz spots guys who can counter, he get his ass dropped too. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, I'm not mad. I never said that about Cruz. You're arguing with other people, man.
I'm arguing with you, Armand. I'm arguing with you.
I don't give a fuck. I don't like. I mean, Cruz is just Cruz. Is whatever. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I liked him a lot, but I mean, you know,
I like Cruz too.
You back him into corners. You know what I'm saying? You kick the trailing leg. You deny him wrestling counters to that, and he's eventually going to get hurt, like he did against Garbrandt and Cejudo. So he's not. You know, I don't have like that. Oh, he's in the Matrix, like BJJ Scout would say against people. Just a guy who capitalized on people's tendency to rush in and did it in a creative way.
No, like I said with Dominic Cruz, I know against Cejudo, man, these guys are flawed fighters, but they're not flawed in their application. Like they're good. They're good. Like Joe B and Joe B and Cruz, they're like elite for a reason. They know what they're doing. They know, like, okay, like I'm leading with my head. I know that I'm doing this. I know that my yada yada yada. And they're able to work around that. Obviously, I think you probably shouldn't, like, you probably try to like clean those up.
Against the same guy. If you knew he was doing it, he would have stopped. No, I'm just kidding.
No, again, like I say, I mean, like he's just fighting a guy. He's just fighting a guy that can like exploit him to the next level. He's fought all these other good ass guys and didn't get exploited. You know what I mean?
That's
It
fair
just
enough.
Figueiredo's a guy who like matches up extremely well with him and like can like dead him.
No, for sure. I agree. He's also just getting older. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think that's a big portion too. Yeah.
No, I'm just busting your balls. I actually don't. I don't. I know you get upset. And
No. It just okay. No. I'm not the biggest Joe Beast fan in the world, but Joe Beast slander is just bad slander. You know what I mean? You can be slandering other people. You know what I mean?
I do, man. Dude, you've been my friend for what, like 2.5 years now. You know, I fucking talk heaps of shit about people who kick my ass. So it's not just Joe Beast. I don't think, dude, like Joe Beast's a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a hard. I'm hating on him purely because in the past you and I have like argued about him, and I'm like, I'm gonna relight this fire. But if that never happened, it's whatever.
No, like I say, man. No, okay, like it's that's fine. No, like yeah, Armand knows I respect Joe Beast a lot. Like, and even I picked Figueiredo in both fights. To be honest, okay,
you did.
I don't know if I did in the first fight.
You gave him a chance, but you didn't.
Yeah. No, yeah, like you know what I mean? Because I know Joe Beast like that's a tough fight for him. You know what I mean? Like, if he gets to fight the Formigos of the world, he's a champion. But if he has to fight Davison, then he's getting smacked. And he got smacked so hard both fights. Oh my goodness, that was sad.
The second one was really hard to watch.
Dude, I know. I rewatched it on YouTube like a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, like last week, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, man!"
The rear naked choke finish really looked like a murder. Like he was like he was just dead. Yeah, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. That was one of the worst.
I was watching. I was like, "Oh my goodness, man! This is dangerous."
Yeah, it was like I would be like in the Hamaya voice. If I choke you out, you are finished with this sport. Like that would be my last fight. Like if I would. Oh my god, yeah, that was like I'm gonna put it up on the screen for people to see, but he was like contorted in like a weird way. Like he was like
I know he's getting
like you remember when
he was like a dead fish.
Like when Machida dropped fucking Rashad Evans and he fell backward like this. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
Dude,
like
okay,
version.
no, Armand, okay, you're not a tenured MMA fan like me. Do you remember like okay, so probably don't remember, but for the longest, like it was a meme of like Rashad face of him, like
I know,
you know, like the
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and
yeah.
Rampage Jackson made fun of him. Like he was like, when Machida hit you, you dropped like this, and he like fell on like it was on the Ultimate Fighter.
No, yeah, man, like that was one of the OG MMA memes back in the day, man, like a Rashad face.
Yeah,
like,
it's like a really weird contour. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
No, yeah, man. I remember watching that live too, man.
I've been into MMA since 2015, which is obviously much later than you, but
I was in 2004.
2004. Oof, got beat. I wasn't allowed. My parents like no violence because I'd always take it out of my brother. Like Cameron, come here, and I would try like all the moves on Cameron, my brother.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, me, I knew how to curtail my violence. You know what I mean?
Not
just
me,
keep it where it needs to be.
An unmedicated ADHD, bro. I couldn't control myself. At the time, at least. We're on that Ritalin now. Not for sale. Anyway, no, you know, fucking kids at college ask you that shit, like, bro, it's so annoying. But yeah, I mean, we've filled a bunch of time here at this point talking about different things. This is more of a casual, fun episode. But it's our 10th one.
Oh, also watch the Royval and Moreno fight. That's gonna be pretty good. The other flyweight fight. Brandon.
Oh, of course. Yes. That fight's gonna
be cool.
Yeah. You're right. For some reason, I thought you were talking about like boxing. I'm like, I don't really watch that. But yeah, guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. This is one of our more casual, jokey episodes. We had with some like slight not nuances, like snippets of analysis sprinkled in with like Felder and do that. But yeah, sorry we didn't have too much to say about Figueiredo and Maya on the Valentina Shevchenko end of things. But yeah, if you enjoy our content, give us a like. For Trayvon, because he loves it, give us a comment. Subscribe, and if you do subscribe, hit that bell icon. It really helps us out a lot because you guys will see our content and stuff like that. We're uploading more consistently now, but we're gonna get in a consistent schedule soon. When you know we're scattered people, it takes us time. But yeah, I appreciate everything, everyone. Gas Trayvon up in the fucking comments with that fresh cut. My man looking sharp.
Facts.
All right, man. It was great. It's great to host for you guys today. Have a good one.
Good episode.
Yes, sir. Hey, hang on.